Alright people, we got the final chapter of the season. Like, share and subscribe for more awesome manhwa recaps. We start the next chapter with rift gates opening on the island. Saki and Weapon, all worried, are rushing through the students to see what happened. They reach the gate and are completely shocked to see that Zeke and other instructors are taking someone through the gate on a stretcher, and it's our chef Kongama. Saki gets all wide-eyed on seeing MC. Now she notices some noise and looks to the side. It's Chloe in rage and she is trying to reach Jiyama, but Rachel and Demon Instructor Kim are stopping her. Everyone is shouting and screaming at each other. Saki is worried but she remains calm. Now Abel appears on the scene and she can't believe what she is seeing. She sees Zeke's arm missing in a hole in his shirt and she immediately starts crying with her golden eyes. Seeing this, Abel drops to her knees and Saki joins her on the ground to comfort her. One waifu keeps crying like crazy while the other one holds her and observes the surroundings. Scene shifts and we see Saki checking the news, and we are told that as humanity remains in a ceasefire with the demons, they have no choice but to suffer a significant loss in power due to the Sword Emperor's recent incident. The entire world is concerned whether another vacancy will arise among the 7-star heroes, who currently number only 4. Saki is in the class checking the news. She was hoping to hear some news about Jiyama and wonders if he's awake by now. Other students are talking about how they haven't seen that special admission student lately. They remember MC was carried out from the Avalon Island, but they have no idea about what happened there. All they heard was that MC was hanging on between life and death, so they wonder if he's actually going to die. Saki is listening to all this chat and she is getting annoyed, and she yells at these a-holes, but these bastards are like, the princess is talking to us. So while blushing they asks what does she want. This waifu, now looking absolutely amazing, asks them to talk in the corner. She didn't sleep much last night, and they are too noisy, and with that these simps go to the corner where they belong. Waifu now starts thinking that Jiyama would never die, but suddenly she hears someone crying and it's Chloe sobbing and sitting all alone. Saki now tells us that Chloe hasn't stopped crying since that day. Chloe is sad because she can't even see Jiyama. Seeing her like that, even Saki starts getting worried now. It's been over a week since they saw MC. Now flashback to 1 week ago. Saki, Weapon and Chloe, so basically the travel group, come to visit Jiyama but no visitors are allowed. Weapon tells the security guards that they are cadets here too, and they just want to check on their friend, but no one is allowed inside by direct orders of the director. Chloe is like fuck that, and charges straight on and tells the guards to move aside, so everyone tries to stop her while she screams for Jiyama. Saki thinks that if it's a special direct order, then it must be related to the Sword Emperor. Waifu now informs us that Avalon Island has turned into a boiling sea of lava, with that eerie mana they felt several times, and how the humanity's strongest lost his left arm. So according to Waifu, a reasonable deduction would be that a demon or a demonoid invaded and the Sword Emperor stopped them. That's all she can assume. Man, she looks really cute in glasses. Saki searched the forums over and over for any info she could find, but there was nothing. On top of that, director Mommy Media stated that she'd specifically review and announce updates on the situation, so all contact with the outside has been cut off. Not even the press could get any information. Saki now texts MC to text her when he wakes up, but on seeing the previous chat she deletes the text. This is so frustrating, she thinks. Now she remembers the last time she met Jiyama was when he flicked her. This cute AF waifu was getting very worried about MC, and asks when is he coming back. Scene shifts to the star class and Rachel asks Abel if she's okay, but this waifu was silent. Rachel, all worried, shakes Abel and she finally snaps out of her thoughts. Yeah, Rachel, she utters. Now Abel apologizes for being lost in her thoughts. Rachel tells her that it's okay, and asks if Zeke is alright. Her uncle, the Spear Saint, is actually pretty concerned too. Abel tells her that Zeke is okay, and she thanks her for worrying about them. Waifu now remembers Zeke apologizing and telling her that she'll find out about it soon enough, about why Zeke the Sword Emperor is personally caring for Cadet Jiyama. Waifu now thinks about Kongama, and even though she doesn't know the details, but she is sure MC was hurt while helping her grandfather. Rachel is getting worried on seeing her best friend like this. Scene now shifts to this bastard elder drinking this expensive wine. He slams the bottle on the table, and states that things are getting more and more troublesome, and he calls all dead undertakers worthless worms. Scene shifts to Media's office, and we are told that all of MC's muscle fibers were torn, even his nerves were wrecked. Media, now looking extra sexy, states that Jiyama was far from his normal condition. Zeke, now staring at her thick thighs, tells us that MC has recovered now, and he has been discharged. Right? He might be healthier than before. Media, now being super proud of herself, thinks that she did mobilize every single medical staff and healer for Jiyama, and she threatened them to save MC at all costs, so of course he is all better now. Zeke gets annoyed wondering what she is thinking and he words her thoughts. Media gets pissed and yells at Zeke if that was even his line to say. She sent MC there for his safety. Zeke is just glad that it's over now, so she doesn't need to get so worked up, or She'll get wrinkles, Media agrees, and states that they need to be positive, all caring. Now she asks if Zeke is holding up okay, and states that she really has lived a long time to experience all this. Zeke smiles and waves his leftover left arm, and tells her as she can see, no major inconveniences. Media now remembers the doctor tells her that in over 30 years he's never seen a case like this. Zeke is perfectly healthy, even his old illnesses are gone, it's like they were wiped clean, so. Basically Zeke got his peak back and all he had to give up was an arm. Doctor can only call it a miracle from the gods. Media and her bubbly boobs have no idea what's going on anymore. Now she thinks that Giamma coming back in tatters is partly Zeke's responsibility, but he also never left Giamma's side while he was hospitalized, and he even shelled out a ridiculous amount of his own money to book the entire ward. She has never seen Zeke go this far, so she wonders what exactly happened between these two. Even her blessing of the poet can't figure out what happened, it's beyond cognitive understanding, so she asks now that Giamma is awake. Can't Zeke tell her what actually happened? All the press has been hounding her about him, so she hasn't slept in days. Zeke puts down his cup and tells her that he needed some time to gather his thoughts, and it took a while for him to process what happened on the island. Media wants him to tell her what on earth happened there. Zeke now squeezes his leftover arm and tells Media that Ager, the 4th Legion commander, appeared on Avalon Island. Media is struck with fear on hearing that name. She can't believe it. Zeke tells her that it's hard to believe, but it's true, she's the one who took his arm. All shocked, Media gets up and asks if Giamma got hurt because of her too. But wait, what happened to Ager? She asks. Zeke tells her that she got eliminated, but it's too early to make it public. Zeke saw it with his own eyes, so there's no doubt. Thick Thigh Mommy now asks if Zeke took her down by himself. Zeke laughs and asks if she really thinks that's possible. Media, her boobs and her thick thighs fall back on the sofa, and man, what the fuck even is this panel? And she thinks that Zeke has finally lost it. There's no way that Zeke could take Ager down solo, even if someone else helped. Their opponent was a commander, but suddenly everything clicks. But there's no way. She realizes that the one who defeated Ager was Kong Giamma. Zeke picks up his cup again, and states that he'll explain everything when they all get together soon. But for today, he smiles and states that isn't there a place a youth should visit before considering adult matters. He's talking about Giamma. Man, his whole personality changed. Media stares at him and calls him a boomer. LOL. Zeke is like fair enough, and they both just smile. Scene shifts to outside, and Weapon tells everyone that they can't stay depressed forever, so he made this weird poster to recruit for their club. On the poster it says that they are looking for someone who likes to travel, shares friendship and romance of youth. This will really stand out, right? He asks. Now he tells Saki and Chloe that they are always relying on Giamma, but they've never really done anything for him. So what do they think? Waifus are not impressed. Chloe gets up and Saki states that she is surprised by him for the first time in many days. She didn't think she could make something like this even if she tried. Weapon is impressed that Saki knows her stuff, and states that color is everything in a poster. But suddenly, all emotionless, Chloe stabs the poster with her box cutter. Weapon states that this color will catch the eyes of passers-by, but Chloe just straight up cuts the poster in half, which makes Saki happy. Weapon gets shocked and asks what the fuck is Chloe doing. Chloe now tells him that there's no way she's going to let Giamma see trash like this. Weapon gets sad that she cut something he worked on all night to make. Chloe states that at least it's burnable trash, so that's something. The noisier it gets, the more empty I feel, Saki thinks, and puts something on the bench. It's her favorite yokan, but even that doesn't feel as sweet as before. Now she thinks about Giamma and when is he coming back, but we hear Chloe and Weapon screaming and asking Giamma, "You're out of the hospital." Saki looks to the side wondering what's going on. She is shocked and quickly get up. "It's our chef and I was wondering if he's even going to show up in this chapter." Chloe asks if he's okay. He really had them worried. Weapon tells him. MC looks to the side, and someone is stomping towards him, and he is hit. It's Saki and she flicks him on the forehead, and calls him Baka, which means stupid or idiot for those who don't know, but such a cute moment, and now she welcomes him back. Giamma sees her and smiles. "I'm back," he tells everyone. Weapon tells him that he made a poster for their club, but the girls tell him that it's trash so he shouldn't show it to Giamma. And for the final panel we get Saki's yokan on the bench with a heart note on it. Alright, this is it for this season. Thank you for staying with the channel. Hopefully we get more seasons, and I don't get a strike. I'll keep covering this series and many more, so like, share and subscribe, and as always, I'll see you in the next one.